Ooh, the hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Well. Well, oh God, there's a lot of options here. At the end of the world, what are you talking about? Okay, killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it. No, we're gonna kill her. If you consider that maybe I'm okay with the world ending, do I get some kind of... Yes, this one is me! Do I get some kind of reward for this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Damn it. Oh, that's fine. Okay. Oh, so these are all just questions, I think.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Fine. If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
I don't know. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Okay, but, have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Well, I do. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe some people do. Nihilists, or very, very evil people.
I'm not evil.
Surely you're not one of those, right?
Alright. What if she gets out? I want specifics.
The more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her, because listening to her is in their nature. And when they do, everything will come crashing down.
Alright. Oh, sweet! I've always wanted off of our monarch. Viva la revolucion! Fine, let's do this one.
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
What? I guess I'm proceeding to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Didn't I bring my own blade? Alright, let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Let's do this.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. I'm just gonna continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
She can't be. She's too beautiful to be.
Focus on the task at hand.
Doesn't sound
And
like
there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Well, what? No way. Okay, yeah. You caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh. Nope. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Still your nerves. Okay, I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna drop it. I can come back and get it, right?
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank
Narrator's
you.
not happy.
Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
But what can she possibly do to me? She's got nothing.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Oh, relationship, are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? We'll do that one.
Don't just tell her that.
Yes! I'm going to.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
What can she do? She doesn't have any weapon. Oops. Okay. Well, no, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I am inclined. I don't know! I don't know if I trust her or what. She doesn't look very sane. What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Trust?
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
Well, I could be killing you.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
I don't know.
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Well, I only have so many options now. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Okay. Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Well, you could just slay the princess. I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Keep her locked away. I don't know, you guys. Maybe I should just kill her. I mean, we're probably going to run through this a few times because we've only been streaming for less than 10 minutes.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand. You've already lost the battle.
Well, shit.
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat, with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
Well,
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
damn it. Okay, we're gonna get her. We're gonna get her next time. Chapter 2? There's a chapter 2?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Well, she's going to kill me again.
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Okay. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why would I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Of course we died. We couldn't land a single blow on her, and she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die.
That was pretty brutal.
What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now? It's pointless.
She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything?
If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains, and let her do whatever she wants. It's all the same in the end.
Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you.
I don't know. Alright, let's talk about
Just
this
be quick
princess.
about it.
She killed me last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
I don't know if I really trust the narrator either. To quote you from last time around, she's just a princess. Why was she strong enough to beat me to death with her bare hands? Thank you. Thank you.
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
Or we could pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending that we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
No, I think we're gonna try
Being a
and get on her good
pessimist.
side.
I'm just being realistic.
You're being annoying.
You know what? Screw you.
They're bickering, and whatever you do,
Oh,
don't
never mind.
pledge yourself to
Screw
her.
myself?
I
No.
cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
You know, the narrator and the protagonist's voice, they sound way too similar. They do. I mean, I know they're different, but they sound too similar. Alright. You're being cagey. What aren't you telling
Told you
me?
everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. The less you know about her, the better.
Look, I'm killing this person. I want to know about her. Okay, whatever.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
You know what? I should just turn around and leave. Alright, let's go.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Lying? Cheating? Why would she even bother? She didn't need to do anything like that last time. She caught us off guard last time. We'll be fine. Let's just keep our wits about us. At least one of you still has a shred of sense.
Just make sure you listen to him and not that whiner.
Okay.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar
with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
This doesn't look like a cabin anymore.
Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
She's a giant. You say anything about the mirror on the wall?
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway.
Oh my god, shut
I'm
up.
sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse. For the last time, you're not going to die unless you
Yeah, I
make it
am.
happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal. Probably. Do you not know what we look like? He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
What do we look like? I care about whether I'm being lied to or there is a mirror.
As do I. And yeah, there is. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done?
Oh, let's see. I'm approaching this mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
I did see last time. He's got claws. The arrow is clearly some type of monster.
We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Hold on. So I'm some type of beast. The whole cabin is different than last time.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Fine. I'm just gonna take the blade.
Take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice.
I am gonna get squished.
Still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Oh,
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time.
I don't think I'm gonna kill her with this
We
blade.
need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
Yeah, I think he does want to be stepped on.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
Shit. Nope. Well, she's gonna kill me. Listen, I'm gonna die. It's just gonna happen. No. What is this little knife gonna do to her? She's a giant. Oh, I don't know. Fine.
The blade slips from your fingers and clatters uselessly to the floor. We didn't have to do that.
And yet you did.
She's so much more than us.
Oh, man.
You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
This guy.
Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out.
Yes.
Kneel.
Oh boy. We're just gonna do it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
Oh, lovely.
It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson.
Yeah, I'm dying, basically.
You are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't,
Well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she?
then you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it?
He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he?
What are we supposed to do to stop her?
Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. And if you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
Alright, fine. Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want. I have questions for you before I decide to do anything. What happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
Oh man, hold on, I gotta take my medicines.
There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Oh yeah, the broken guy totally wants to be the pet. Pledge yourself there. I guess this is where we're going. Okay. Well, what would you have me do? What do you have planned?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
Well, yeah. Why can't you just break them yourself?
Don't be rude. Of course she can.
It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world.
That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am. or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction and genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity. The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn. Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
Okay, fine, let's just do it.
Your will was so easily broken.
No.
Am I that magnificent? All you need to do now is break my chains.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say.
No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong. Trying to conceal you from me.
I don't think I'm surviving this, and I don't think she's kissing me because she thinks I'm a pet.
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Ah!
What?
Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? All we have is a blade.
All you need to do is believe it's been done.
Dang. She's controlling the narrator. Alright, let's do it. Wait, I have to? It's over, I'm sorry. And what if I don't believe? What happens then?
There's nothing to be sorry about. This is how it was always going to be. And it is good.
Alright, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna go sit in the corner. Let me know if we get our agency back.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
What happens now?
Nothing. And then, everything.
Oh. Got an achievement. But you do not take her hand. Something has taken her away and has left something else in her place.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator is gone. Yeah, I think.
It is. Does that mean the world ended? Figures the world would end and leave us with all this nothing.
Alright, well.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I feel anxious. Does anyone else feel anxious?
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. I don't want to look at us.
Oh, we gotta.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. Wait, I got wings! And I'm like, I got chicken legs! I'm not very handsome. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Oh, I guess I'm proceeding to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Oh.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What the heck? What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know what I am. What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
This is very, surreal. Gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is dominance. A figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
Huh. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
This is, I'm confused. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Okay. If I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now, unfinished, dry, hollow.
Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. That was, okay. I guess that happened. Ah, we're back at chapter 1. Alright, well, let's see where this, run gets us now.
You're on a path
I think I can
in
skip.
the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin.
Oh, the real
And in the
estate.
basement of that cabin
Slay the Princess
is a princess.
begins here. Alright, so let's see. We're just, you know what? I'm turning around and leaving.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Yeah.
Do you even know where you're going?
Nope. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. I'm gonna go walk in the opposite direction now. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. And the cabin. I am not going to the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again.
Oh,
Maybe the
my
world
God.
can still be saved after all.
Yeah, we're gonna turn around and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
This narrator is about ready to catch hands here, I'm just saying. There's no fighting this, is there? I have to go into the cabin, don't I? Fine.
There's always a choice. But let me tell you right now that you're making the correct decision for pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
We can't just go through with this and
Strawberry
listen to
watermelon.
him. She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Wait. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't lost. I was just trying
The
to
interior of the cabin is almost entirely
leave.
bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are
Okay,
painted
we can
without
skip
fire.
all this. Alright, we're just entering the basement. I'm not even taking the blade. She'll just use it
The door to
against
the
me.
basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Nah, not really.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Just checking in on you. I'm here to save you. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. I'm gonna save her.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Listen, I can change her. I know I can. I can fix her.
Really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused.
No.
I'm riding on you here.
We're getting enthralled.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Oh, really?
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Hold on. Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
I knew a guy named James. My sister from Wisconsin dated a Jimmy James when she was in high school. Alright, I don't know anything about you. Yeah, his name was James, but everybody called him Jimmy James. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up here for a reason. Well, let's see. So your name is your Princess. So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
It's too late. Yeah, if I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating? Or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess.
No. I need to know. How is she still alive?
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating?
Right?
She has to eat, right?
Let's see. Sorry, but I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up. And it isn't worth the risk to take your word over the potential fate of the world. I don't know. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains. Okay, I'm going to get you out of here. Let's see. I don't know. Well... yeah, we'll do this one.
You're only making this more difficult.
Shut up, narrator. I'm doing this.
Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Yeah, well, won't be the first. Won't be the last.
No, you're doing the right thing.
Thank you, Mr. Hero.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
What? Cut her out of them?
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Is someone else here?
Well, we gotta try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Well, time to go back down.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
You know what? Why you gotta be such a dick?
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates.
Oh my god!
Her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limbs
What?
with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone,
Dear God.
sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess. That's it. Wait, is that the only option? The only option. Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment,
Oh god.
place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
She seems kind of unfazed, but also kind of fucking crazy.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high.
Did the narrator lock
Can't
me
just
in?
let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
I think the narrator locked us in here.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
That's... Oh my... No! Come on! We're gonna get out of here! Look at her big eye, her big Disney character princess eyes. Oh...
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
Listen, they were all slaying the princess.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time? I don't know what's come over you. But if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you.
Damn it.
She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right?
Oh, yes, it can.
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
I have a feeling we're gonna see this a lot, hear this a lot. All right, the witch. All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and then we'll continue.
You're on a path in the woods.
Same thing.
And at the end of
But a
that
different,
path is a
different
cabin.
princess. I don't know.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
There are 90-something achievements in this game. 90.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him.
The opportunist.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Yeah, you got a point. Alright, this is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Let's just assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this did really happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different
Oh
questions.
yeah, we did this
but
one already.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened...
Yeah, we heard this already. Oh,
and I believe-
whatever. Let's just get it. Alright, let's just go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
I know.
Don't worry, I think we've taken that lesson to heart at this point. You can trust us to get the job done.
I have more than a 12-second memory.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Well, we already looked at the mirror. This whole cabin is different than last time. Okay, whatever. We know what's different. Let's just take the blade.
Take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea.
You think well, this whole cabin is different. Okay, we're just gonna go. We're just look at the mirror again.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Why does the narrator not want us to see ourselves? There's something fishy about that.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
But, this whole cabin... Alright, we're just gonna go in the basement.
The
Hey,
door
Jolt.
to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Yeah, I would think.
Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Oh, I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
See?
She knows us. Is this enough for you to believe what we've been saying?
What day are you, Trevor? This is Thursday evening. I wasn't feeling very well earlier this morning, so I pushed my stream back.
Maybe, but you shouldn't let that cloud your judgment. She's just a princess. As long as you remember that and remain focused, slaying her will be easy. She seems friendly enough.
Right?
Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
Thank you, Mr. Opportunist.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is.
Well, no, I wasn't hungover. Dealing with some little bit of health issues these days.
Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
Dang.
You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
I don't know. Well,
You're the boss.
we're going in.
Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like she already knows you. I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. That's
Well,
pretty
yeah.
sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it.
Do I sense a hint of sarcasm?
So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. You fought us on it back in the woods. That was when the only perspectives we had were yours and mine. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
His world, not our world?
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Look, I'm sorry about last time. Look, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes, right? I'm sure you've made mistakes. Or no, wait, don't worry, the blade isn't for you. Or not for killing you. You got to get you out somehow, right? Let's see. Look, I know. Things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up. I like that one.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all, and unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I trust the narrator, so let's see. Let's see. I'd like to be straightforward with my intentions. I didn't care for how you treated me last time. I think you might be a danger to the world. I'm going to attack you now. No! I don't want to slay the princess. Come on. Don't worry, the blade isn't for you, or... Okay, we gotta get you out somehow.
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from
Uh-oh.
her wrist.
Uh-oh.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Well, hey, look it. I'm sorry about last time. I didn't mean it, for real.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Well, let's see. There's only giving me the... oh, well, here we go. I don't trust you. Don't trust you. Not enough to free you, and definitely not enough to get close to you. I'm leaving. Bye. I think that's a good one. She'll probably kill me anyways. Actually, she can get to me at any time. I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill. Yeah. After she freed herself. Alright, I'm gonna give her the blade. She's probably gonna kill me with it, but you know what? Wait, no, I can leave with the princess. Let's leave with the princess.
Yes, let's.
Oh god, that doesn't sound good.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face.
She's got a tail.
She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
You're the one it lets come and go? Who's it?
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us.
It's not really anime, just... You'll see, it's probably gonna be...
Who leads and who follows? We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. We're armed and she's not. What's she gonna do? Bite us when we're not looking? You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
Let's... Should I... I think I'm just gonna give her the blade. What? What do you mean you feel lied to?
You can't be serious.
Oh man, I love making the narrator go crazy. This is great.
Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no. As do I. I abstain. You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
Well, this isn't a democracy. We're giving her the blade.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do. You hand the blade to the princess, who quickly snatches it from you, her eyes darting between you and the weapon with a nervous curiosity.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you? What do you think happens now?
Well, that's up to you. It's why I gave you the blade. I chose last time, and I regret it. So now it's your time to choose. I think... Yeah, why do they give you the option? There are tons of different, pathways and options and routes to go on this. So I think all of these options are basically... They are, actually mean something. We're both scared and we're both hurting. If one of us doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. Do you want that? I don't. We can be better than this. Yeah, I like that one.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
And then she buries the blade in your heart.
Shit.
What? No, come on, that's not right. I told you. I told you this is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
What do
But
you
you
mean?
don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yeah. Oh, there's a chapter 3! Yes! We actually made some progress.
You're on a path in the woods. I can't believe she actually stabbed us. I told you not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against it. Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out. I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument.
Oh, you're far from being on the right side of anything. You're fixated on the past, whereas what you should be is fixated on the future.
Voice of the smitten. We're kissing her this time. We're kissing her. Come on, I'm excited.
Oh, a visionary. I like it. Tell me more.
Gladly, my dear fellow, by cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper.
Ooh, see? That was the right thing to do.
I like journeys. Travelling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to?
Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to love.
Yes! Right? Right? I'm excited.
She hates us.
Does she? She hesitated before stabbing us to death. There might just be a kernel of affection in that angry, angry heart.
No, we're gonna do it. We're gonna kiss and then have babies.
As ridiculous as this guy is, maybe he has a point. I don't know if I necessarily buy into his whole love journey thing, but maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change, so maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right?
Maybe.
It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom.
This guy's delivery of the voice of the smitten is great.
Oh, are you now? Great. So you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once.
Twice, actually.
Making babies is more than just kissing? Yes, I know it is. I'm saying first comes the kissing. Wait, how does it goes? Never mind. Yeah, first comes the kissing and then comes the baby making.
Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
Well, let's see. This place is different. It keeps changing.
Wonderful. If the woods themselves are changing, then that's all the more reason for you to take this seriously. It would mean your grip on things is slipping, which, in turn, likely means her influence is spreading.
But we're making changes.
Someone's in the know. I've already said too much. The more information you have, the more difficult your task will be. Don't listen to her, definitely don't free her, and if you can, don't even think about her.
But I gotta kill her. Well, or maybe. Or...
You don't have to worry about me. My head's always empty. Except the thoughts of her.
That's it. We're going to free her.
Please don't.
You can't stop all of us, you villain.
Let's just see how the wind blows. I'm not opposed to saving her, but let's not rule anything out just yet. Let's see what she has to say. Stop sitting on the fence and pick a side already. We don't need you waffling when things get hairy. I've already picked a side. Our side. I'm here to make sure that whatever happens, we wind up on top. Because that's worked out great so far. Well, we're not out of the game yet, are we? And again, I'll have you know, I wouldn't have gotten us killed last time. I wanted to stab her in the back, not hand over our precious backstabbing implement.
She would have murdered us. No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. Alright, well... yeah. Let's go.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point.
I think they're like different personalities in the one character, in the protagonist. Like he's talking to himself.
Everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one too.
This guy basically has dissociative identity disorder, definitely.
Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to do.
Do I?
The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned-out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Because we're gonna kiss and get married and have babies.
We gave it to her last time.
Oh, I gotta do this again.
She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here. And if she has it... Let me guess. You want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work.
Well, you're not in charge, so... and there's just the mirror.
If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We have already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us hers. Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely, so yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side.
Alright, so how do we even get down there? The only thing I see is the mirror.
You're right, the mirror is back. There isn't anywhere for us to go. But there isn't a mirror. I still don't get his angle here. Either way, I say we take a look. It feels like it's been forever since we've actually seen ourselves. For all we know, our feathers are all out of place. And that's why we haven't yet won her heart. We must put our best face forward.
Our feathers.
Yeah, we can't go around looking disheveled. A real go-getter takes care of his appearance. So, is the door to the basement behind the mirror? I promise you there isn't a mirror, and there isn't a door to the basement. The entrance is more of a burned-out frame than anything else, and it's right there on the far side of the room. Do you really not see it?
Well...
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent.
Oh yeah, the voice of the broken was the worst.
You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror, and behold our handsome features. It went away when we touched it last time. You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. You really thought there was a mirror there, didn't you? That can't be good. As if things weren't unpredictable enough.
'Cause things have changed. They've changed since the first time.
Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us. You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved.
Well, probably because I'll be dead.
These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help. Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? You betray me, I kill you, and you come back. You let me kill you, and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
Well... I don't know what I want. I never really chose to come here. Whatever you, I mean it. I really just want to talk. I just want to talk, really talk.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here, and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Yeah, until she starts gnawing her arm off with her own teeth.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, a space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
No. I'm not here to laugh. I'm here to free you if you'll let me. Let's see. You're in a prison of your own making. I broke our cycle of violence. If you still want to wallow in it, be my guest. Turn and leave. I don't know. I guess I don't have anything left to say to you. Fine. If you're going to be like that, I am going to leave. Have a nice life. Alright, I don't know which is the right... Well, I don't even know if there's a right or wrong. Yeah, I'm here. I don't think she's gonna believe me if I say that I'm here to free her. I'm not sure. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna go with this one.
Do you really think you can just wash your hands of all of this? Do you really think you can just leave me here?
This is even better than stabbing her. The same reward without any of that nasty effort. It's not even better. Putting off a choice is always worse than making a committed decision, especially when you already know the right answer. It's even more cruel, if you ask me.
Oh, God.
Leaving an incredible soul like hers to languish forever in pain and alone. How can we bear to live with the guilt?
Easily.
We'll live with it just fine. Besides, she'll get over it. That's what I'm afraid of. But as you approach the basement stairs, you make a grim realization. The thorns won't let you leave.
Well, shit.
We don't have any way to cut through them. Okay, new plan. We re-befriend the princess, get the blade, and all of us leave here together as friends.
Damn it.
You can't leave without me, can you? Isn't that funny? Isn't that so funny? This is perfect, actually. Just you and me rotting down here forever, together.
It's what we deserve after everything we've done. It's romantic.
Oh my God.
We got our beautiful ending after all, tragic as it may be.
You know, just to make sure things are a little more permanent, I think I'm going to take this particular needle out of the picture.
She wouldn't. Thorns slice into the princess's hands, lacerating what little skin remains as she raises the blade to her mouth. Take it now, before she swallows it out of spite.
You know what? I don't know. No, she's definitely not gonna trust us now. Rush for the blade, do nothing. If I do nothing, she's just gonna swallow it. And then we're gonna be stuck here forever. Or I rush for the blade and she just murders me. Whatever it's gonna be, it's wrong. You know what? She can just swallow it.
You stand in place among the thorns, inert, merely watching as the princess swallows your only way out of this place.
She actually did it.
Good for her. Such a decisive woman, but extremely not good for us. Blood trickles down the corner of her mouth, then flows from between her lips. She smiles.
There. Isn't this just perfect?
What? You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. Oh, yes, it is.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. You'd better watch your back. You can't get rid of me that easy. Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
God. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. Did I really? You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Oh. The narrator's gone again. You are at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Again? Well, I guess this is the end. Who did I get? Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
You know, that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
This is a good question. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Interesting. I don't think I completely understand what's going on. We're having to kill this princess over and over again, and this cycle of endless looping cycle. But like every time we get through a loop, we learn more. So, Oh, you've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time? Okay, kill me. She keeps killing me.
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers. And every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow. I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are a weave of emotion at odds with themselves, but they are only perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Attack the entity, destroy your body. You know what? I'm just gonna die anyway, but... So you don't have any preferences on how you like to change? How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
Was it really? Well, I plan to watch it tomorrow, but don't
The
ruin
task of
anything.
Finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
Alright, so let's see. Destroy your body. I'm just gonna destroy my body, and I'm gonna go back anyways, because this is the end. And I'm gonna go to the bathroom again, because I'm drinking a lot of water. I have to drink lots of water while I'm on the antibiotics. And then we'll do one more run through. One more. I don't think we'll be able to finish this game in a stream. So you raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
What? Alright, I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and then you die. Okay. Oh, alright, I gotta go back.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh, okay. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's
While
locked
I
up?
appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
But that's not true.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Let's see. Do I get some? No. Okay. Thanks for telling me. Sweet. Oh, wait, no. Okay, let's see. Alright. We gotta change
Make
this
your
up
way
somehow.
the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie. She will cheat.
Yeah, we'll just skip that.
The interior of the cabin is almost entire.
Alright, so... do I take the blade or not? I'm just gonna enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open.
Alright, yeah, I think I'm here to slay you. Let's do that one.
You must have the wrong address.
Great job, you've given away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful.
Okay.
How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
You were joking about coming here to kill me, right? Do you think you can get me out of these chains? Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Oh, maybe I should have just tried to get her out of it. What are you going to do if I let you? I won't kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. What if I stayed for a while and just kept you company? Maybe then everyone could be happy. That's new. I'm going to keep you locked down. Oh, I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. No, we're just gonna, do this.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
So you weren't kidding on the stairs. I thought you were just making a bad joke. You were actually sent here to kill me?
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
No, I liked it.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
Uh-oh.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Alright, let's get you out of here.
You can't be serious.
Yeah, I am.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret this, I promise.
You're making a huge mistake.
Oh, shut up.
No. I think you're doing the right thing.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Alright, do you have any ideas? Oh, she's gonna bite her arm off again if I don't. Going to check upstairs, maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Is someone else here?
Well, me getting out of here, I
You make your way to
guess.
the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Easier for whom?
Easier for everyone.
Alright, yeah.
Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
Yep,
hesitates.
doing it
before raising
again.
her arm to her mouth. Her
Alright,
teeth
here we go.
tense.
Skip all that. Alright. Oh, look! It's only allowing me to slay the princess. I can't not slay her.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. The wound drives her to the ground.
Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us.
It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty...
Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw.
Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees.
We can still turn this around.
Run for the stairs and lock her in the basement. Maybe she'll bleed out. You know what? Shit. She's gonna kill me either way. Yes, it is. It's almost like there is an illusion of choice. Yeah, we're gonna run for it. We're gonna die, but you know.
The princess is still chained to the wall. There's nothing she can do to stop you from getting out of here.
What if she doesn't succumb to her wounds? Whatever she is so much more dangerous than I thought she'd be.
You rush up the stairs and dive past the threshold. You're safe. For now. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker.
No, it does.
No.
Doesn't.
It doesn't.
Well, threaten me all you want. All it does is ease my guilty conscience. Whatever you are, you're not a princess. Go ahead and waste your energy. I'll be waiting for you. Okay, bang on the door all you want, and I'll only make you bleed out faster. Oh, jeez. I don't know. You know what, BB10? You just want to. You know what? I think he likes it when we beat him up. I think he does. Whatever you are, you're not a princess. Go ahead and waste your energy. I'll be waiting for you.
I wouldn't be so sure about lasting me. You're so brittle. So go ahead, rest. Do whatever you think will help you be prepared. You know that I'm coming for you, and that when I find you, I will leave you.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Well, she's chasing me, and she's gonna murder me.
Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach.
Whose side are you on?
Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
How is she even doing that?
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends.
I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, the nightmare. At least this is new. Maybe
You're
10
on a
loves it
path
when I
in
die.
the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Well, let's see. Let's just get this over with.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Well, I keep... It's kind of... Well, I guess I could really try, but...
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door?
It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Alright, let's just take the blade.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us.
Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
A bomb?
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Let's just...
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness.
More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back? She must have you confused with someone else.
You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
Alright, so how hard is it to throw a knife? I'm going to talk to her. We don't need a plan. I'm just going to kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimists right now. Oh, we can step off into the void between the stairs. Really, that's an option? I kind of want to do it. Alright, no, we gotta go find her. Yeah, we're just gonna kill her.
Finally, a voice of reason. The rest of you should take notes. You know why I'm being a pessimist.
I'm just asking questions.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones, visible against the inky black of the basement, mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right.
She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not.
We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again.
Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Okay, well, we can go back the way we came. Alright, so we're just gonna do nothing.
You decide it's best to do nothing.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought a little knife with you. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
As your blood begins to coagulate,
That didn't take
it's as if
long.
every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death.
What?
Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, liver, nerves. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead, even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
Let's see. Why won't you finish me off? What good am I to you alive? What do you want from me? What happened after you killed me last time? I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave. You're a lunatic. You know that, right? If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation? I like that one.
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Alright, so... why won't you finish me off?
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to. Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static. And then... Shit, make her stop! Hey, snap out of it. Okay, deep breath. Deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. You're back. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
One moment,
liver,
and then you're gone. Just like that. Ah, and there's the fear.
She pulls away.
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it? I've already done that.
What happened after the last time you killed me?
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can live without you, and death doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Let's see. You need me alive, then why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice?
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you? And you got a fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me. You seem miserable.
Oh. And let you go out? What then? Do we go our separate ways?
Definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free. Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
You're a lunatic, you know that, right? I just don't know. I feel like this is all, like Cassie was saying, it's all kind of filtering you to, like, the same conclusion. And what if I refuse to let you out? What happens
We're
then?
stuck down here together until you change your mind.
Static, and a skipped beat as she touches your shoulder and whispers in your ear.
No! Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Only until your heart finally gives out. And then, when you die, I'll find myself somewhere new. And before too long, you'll be there too. That's how this all works, right? This doesn't end until you let me out. And a lot can happen before then. I'm sure I can get creative.
I was sent here. No, we don't have to be enemies. We can work together. We can even be friends.
I'm glad you're seeing things my way.
I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave, and I'm not going to try and kill you, so do your worst. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's just leave together.
What? No!
Yes.
You come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
No, I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter another word, your body stops moving, and,
Do you think you can just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just make it end faster? Shit.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs. With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion.
Go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
Oh boy.
Trust having our back to her.
You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the feedback. Just focus on keeping us alive.
Right.
Besides, I get the feeling she's telling the truth. She needs us alive.
Alright. Step onto the stairs.
Place a shaky foot on the first step and begin your ascent from the basement. You can feel the static prickling of the princess on your neck, your limbs buzzing with pins and needles. An uncomfortable and constant reminder that you exist, and that your existence is so very precarious.
You're almost there.
The only thing left between you and the cabin is the now shut door to the basement. It would be a real shame if it had locked behind you.
Oh, you snake. There wasn't even a door when we first got here. The door was from last time. I told you we shouldn't trust him.
I know he's messing with us, but you can't lose your cool. We need you right now. Remember?
Yes, I remember. Of course I remember. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. This is so frustrating. Heart, lungs.
Thank you. And you? You'd really rather us die down here than let her out? Of course I would. As much as I want you to have a happy ending, the fate of the world is a little more important, and you still have a weapon. You can still make this right.
So, what if the princess is actually the good guy? I mean, I'm just putting that out there. And the narrator's a bad guy. And he's manipulating us into killing her.
You haven't even tried it. It'll open. You just have to give it a tug.
You pull against the door. The lock gently clicks open in response to your effort, and the door creaks on its hinges. This isn't right. That's not even the way it's supposed to swing. It's supposed to swing out.
You're not nearly as powerful as you'd have us think, are you?
Anyways, like he said, you're not really in control here, are you? I never said I was. If I was in control here, why would I need you to slay her? I don't know. Secret reasons?
The door is open. What are you dawdling for? It's time for us to go. The world is waiting.
The princess moves past you into the cabin. This is it. This is your final moment to make things right. Kill her. I thought you wanted us to slay her. It's the same thing. Do it. Do it now. Do it now, or everything is over.
Okay, what do we do?
I said, what do we do?
Oh, do you want to hear from me now?
Yes.
Well, I thought you needed me to run the autonomic nervous system.
We do, but this is important. Look, I'll even do it myself. Just tell us who to trust. Brain?
Heart.
Right, heart.
Lungs.
Lungs.
Liver. Nerve.
Okay, thanks. I got it. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart,
You're
lungs.
terrible at this.
I know. Doing my best.
Yes, it's very hard to stay focused on running things when other people are talking to you, isn't it?
He is bad at this.
What are you doing?
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart.
Finally, I can
lungs,
talk.
liver,
Now, what were you asking me? Running everything kind of feels like popping in and out of consciousness. It's easy to lose track of things. They were asking you for your blessing to trust me. Oh, that's right, yeah. Fuck this guy. Don't trust him. Really?
Heart,
So you'd have them trust her? Oh, of course not. Can't trust anybody here but ourselves, but I guess that leaves us back where we started, doesn't it? I suppose if I had to make a choice, I'd pick the one that doesn't make our organs shut down.
Thank you for your gracious show of support.
But that's a marginal preference. We'll have to deal with him later. I'd just rather deal with him while our organs are intact.
Whatever. You heard what he had to say. So whether you trust me or not, killing her is still the best, nay, the only option you have worth taking.
Alright, I'm done. You can let me take over again.
Finally, that was awful. I really don't know how you do it.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
You've been standing there staring blankly for a while now. And I have to say my patience is running a little thin. So don't make a lady wait any longer, okay? Open the door!
Nah, we're gonna leave the cabin.
The doorknob twists in your hand, revealing the forested path beyond the cabin. You bastards. You've actually done this. You've actually doomed nerves. Heart.
It's so beautiful. I can't wait to ruin it. But it's so cold, too. It's itching against my skin.
The princess, exhausted, slumps to the ground.
Why is it so cold?
I think we survived. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is not the end for you, but okay, yeah. We've done this already. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before. And you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Clearly, the hero and the princess are inexplicably linked. Like, their fates and everything. So,
It's
calling us. And not in a good way.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. It's the end. Okay, I'll see you on the side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. I trust you. Can I trust you?
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Oh, I've withered. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
Well, you can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
So, still planning to kill you once we're done with this, or you know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? Okay. Do you know what happens? Alright, blah blah blah. Do you still not care what I bring you? Okay. I'm still planning to kill you when we're done with this.
If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try. But know that I do not wish you harm, even if you attempt to destroy me.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Hold on. Alright, just checking my temperature again. Alright, how many more? Alright, I'm ready to... I wonder what happens if I attack the entity. I mean, I kind of don't want to. I don't know. I don't think we're ready. You would say I'm dying because it would be way too high for you, BB10. Let me try it again. $98 degrees. Alright, let's attack. Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
I guess I'm ready to go back then.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die.